What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna is making allegations of her own about a year or two after she got sued by her ex. A younger guy that she dated years ago. I remember this relationship. Now, at the time, his name is Twin Hector, and he's a rapper or recording artist. And I remember this story kind of going viral a bit because, she was on a roll dating younger men. She dated another rapper who was way younger than her. And at the time of them dating back in 2020, he was 22, I believe, or 23. Yeah, 23. And she was around maybe 32. And they dated for like 3 years. And then he accused her of beating on him while he slept. And I saw the photos. I'm not going to show the facial photos, but one of his eyes looked like it was closed shut. And now she's trying to claim, because he sued her, that he abused her, even though there was no reports of any story of her being abused by him, by a younger man that she chose to be in a relationship with. And you know what did happen during that time they were dating? Back in 2021, there was a female who went public with accusations that Blac Chyna tried to hold her hostage in a hotel room during a party. And there was a video released because I guess the girl's friends knocked on the door trying to get her out of there. And once she got out of there, Blac Chyna went to the door. She started cursing obscenities at the girl. But nothing came of that story. That was in 2021. So when you look at that and you look at the fact that Blac Chyna has a history of anger issues, would it really surprise me that she put hands on him? No, he was a younger guy dating her because, you get the clout from dating a woman who's been established, who has a child with, Tyga, another rapper. She's been in the industry. She's an industry chick. But I told y'all in one of my most recent videos, I'm having domestic violence fatigue. Because every time you see a breakup, there's always a domestic violence component to it. And it's mainly the women, right? When they want child support or they want alimony, they will always claim that they were being abused. Every single time without fail. Now, he and his legal team are responding by saying that he's not abusive to her at all. At all. So let's get into this. Blac Chyna, born Angela Renee White, is accusing her former boyfriend of abuse in the presence of her children in a motion to seal viewed by people. And I want y'all to understand something. The one of the reasons why I decided to make this video is because she tried to seal documents that his legal team were looking to get, but she wants them sealed. If Blac Chyna was truly innocent, if Blac Chyna had nothing to hide, why are you trying to get the record sealed? She claims this about her children. That's what she's claiming. She's claiming she wants those documents sealed because of the kids. I don't believe that. I believe that she is guilty. And I believe if they actually go into records, it will make her look even worse. And she doesn't want that. That's why she's trying to get the record sealed. And she's using her children as a way to keep the document sealed. The model entrepreneur was the mother of daughter Dream and son King Cairo. Kirk Edward Schneck, I think I pronounced it, an attorney representing rapper Twin Hector, denied White's claims. Blac Chyna is accusing her ex-boyfriend Twin Hector of choking and spatting on her in her California home as her children were asleep nearby. In court documents obtained by People, on Tuesday, January 13th, the 37-year-old model and media personality whose real name is Angela Renee White filed a motion to seal records in response to his 2024 domestic violence lawsuit against her to protect privacy and safety interests of herself and her kids as their case moves forward. That lets me know that she's trying to hide something. She's trying to seal records because she has something to hide. That lets me believe that she probably was putting hands on him. You're in your 30s dating a 23-year-old. And I'm supposed to believe you let this 23-year-old beat on you? She also claims in a motion that the aspiring rapper Tayon Elijah Hector exhibited physical aggression in the presence of her children. White shares daughter Dream Kardashian, Rob Kardashian, and son King Cairo Stevenson with Tyga. You know what's funny? She went to court against Rob. Kirk Edward Schneck, the attorney representing the rapper, tells people Mr. Hector categorically denies Miss White's allegations. Unlike Miss White, Mr. Hector has no history of any of this type of behavior. This is why she wants the documents sealed. Because if you go and you look up records, you're going to find that this heifer is prone to violence. Her own mother doesn't even get along with her. She's prone to violence. But she wants to seal the records for the sake of the children. She and Hector began dating around August of 2020. Throughout the relationship, Hector engaged in a pattern of abusive, intimidating, and threatening behavior toward White, the following alleged. How come it was never public? How come the public never knew about it? I didn't know about any abuse. All we know is she dated this guy, she broke up with him, and started dating another guy. In late March 2023, White was preparing to travel out of state for work when Hector refused to leave her home, according to the filing. When defendant White requested that plaintiff Hector leave the residence, an argument ensued. As a direct result, the plaintiff's refusal to comply. The document alleges during this incident, plaintiff became hostile and violent towards the defendant, engaging in physical aggression, including choking defendant, spatting on the defendant, verbally abusing defendant, and engaging in intimidating conduct. But again, she never filed any charges. She never filed any charges. This is what you call domestic violence fatigue. You heifers will straight up lie. Angela, so you mean to tell me he was doing these things to you and you stayed with him for 3 years? And you didn't file no police reports? It'll be easy to confirm this stuff if you file reports when it happened. White's nanny for Dream and King was allegedly at home at the time of the incident, according to the filing. Hector's behavior caused the Blac Chyna star to reasonably fear for her personal safety and life. Per the filing, additionally, her minor children were present and asleep in the residence. The filing also alleges law enforcement was called to the home and removed Hector from the property. It further claims that Hector is physically larger than White, and any violence on her behalf was done solely in self-defense. Now, they said the police were called, but I didn't see any articles of her being in this situation. Unless I completely missed it. Did she file charges? That's what I want to know. He also allegedly damaged and destroyed White's expensive designer wigs, hair pieces, and clothing, which she regards as both personal property and business inventory. White alleges in the filing that Hector's hostile, vindictive, and obsessive actions have impacted her as recently as December 15th of 2025, when she claims he posted profane, derogatory statements about her on social media in addition to her photo. She feared that the rapper, who has more than 300,000 followers on Instagram, might incite others to target her or attempt to locate her residence. Because Dream is a member of one of the most widely known families in the world, the Kardashians, the minor is uniquely identifiable. The filing argues that White address being shared would effectively disclose Dream's physical location. The entrepreneurs expressed concern about the heightened safety risks due to stalking, fans allegedly coming to her home and trying to give gifts to her children and following them. The father also claimed that she sold her home and moved to a new location in effort to protect her address from being made public. Hector previously claimed in his September 24 lawsuit against White that he would not only regularly drink alcohol and use that she would not only regularly drink alcohol and use other drugs to excess, but also became physically violent, verbally threatening, and abusive towards her then partner for no apparent reason. She has anger issues. We know this. I told y'all about the video of the girl who claimed that she was being held against her will at the party. Nothing came of that. But Angela White was verbally accosting the woman who wanted to leave. Her friends were knocking on the door. Why would they be doing that if the girl was not in any immediate danger? But nothing came of that story. That story just kind of went away. Angela White would tell you herself she had issues. She's known to have anger issues. But I'm looking at everything that she's saying and it really doesn't make any sense. Your daughter is Rob Kardashian's daughter. If she was really in any danger, wouldn't he be on social media saying things? Now, again, if Rob has spoken about this publicly, about twin Hector publicly, y'all let me know. But I haven't seen it. I think she's just trying to avoid any accountability. I mean, if you look at that dude's face, I mean, y'all go to the TMZ article, just look up twin Hector. You will see the photos. That guy's face was messed up. And he said she did that. He didn't do that to himself. I think they were toxic towards each other. I think there was a lot of mutual fighting in that relationship. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that men should put their hands on women. But I think that they were mutually fighting each other. That's what I believe. But what happened to him, it looked like he wasn't paying any attention. And I think that's when she did what she did to his face. Again, if you want to see it, y'all can go to TMZ and check it out. I just think that, I think it was mutual. I think it was a mutual situation. Again, it doesn't make it right, but I think that she's the type to avoid accountability. We've seen how she is with her other exes and situations. This is an ex-scripper who did drugs and did alcohol. That is public knowledge. She's dating younger men so she can control them. Why would she date a man 10 years younger than her? You know why? Because she wants to control him. And when these women feel like they're losing control, they get angry. They get violent. But in this situation, I think they just were mutual. I think they were mutually fighting each other. Again, doesn't make it right, but this happens a lot, especially when you look at the dynamics. You have this woman who's in her 30s dating a 23-year-old. She wants to have control. And when she doesn't have control, she gets violent. We've seen stories like this. They always want to blame the man, but you were a 32-year-old woman dating a 23-year-old. In a relationship you stayed in for 3 years that seemingly became toxic. And by the way, she got into a new relationship after that, ended up breaking up with that guy too. She just can't keep a man. Maybe she should just be by herself. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see y'all next.